All right, let's go to work. Oh, clearing gear. Yep. There's a beard hair stuck in my throat. Ouch. God. Whipped me right in the face. It's crazy, y'all. It never fails. Tell the truth. Yes. Oh, this one's way on down in here. Gotta get it. Gotta get it. What a mess. Get out of there. All right. Ain't that pretty? Ain't that good looking? Man. Farmer Will here, Blueberry Thrill Farm. Gonna show you what I'm out here up to today. Working in the blackberry patch. Almost done with the blackberries. I've been working in the blackberries since December 1st. It is now nearly the middle of February. I'm a one-man show and got a couple young kids. One of them being an infant, so life is a little tough. Takes a long time to get anything done. So let me show you what I'm working on. I got my pruning, done, and now I'm working on tying them up. I have between 5 to 8 canes on this variety at each crown, and I'm gonna take half of the canes on at each crown, and I'm gonna put them on, wind them around the wire on this side. Then I'm gonna go to the other side of the trellis and wind the other half of the remaining canes to that wire. I'm gonna attach it to the trellis using this gizmo, which puts a tie around it and staples it. It's an amazing tool. Look at that. Cool. All right, shouldn't do that. Pick that up, put that in my pocket. Okay. I'm gonna put my gloves on because I always tear up my hands. And then we'll just get to work. This is a super pain. I like the yield that it gives me though. That's really why I do it. Well, if I was being honest, that's one of the reasons why I do it. The biggest reason probably is because when it's time to tip blackberries is when I have all my other crops coming in, and I just don't have time to fool with it. So it's really a neglect thing. So what I'll try to do, I hope you can see all this, but I try to just battle these things. I'll grab half of them and I'll try to just bring them over to one side. Ouch. You just gotta wrestle them. So I got 3 of them. Try to break them loose from everything. And I like to wear sunglasses when I do this because all these laterals about poke you in the eye. And I'll just wrestle them and wind them around the wire and tape them down. One down. Only 150 more in this row left to go. Isn't that nice? What's that, like 0.8%, 7.66%. All right, so we got 3 more in the next one. I'm gonna wrap them around the wire. Ouch, ouch. And then there we go. Tape it down. Go to the next one. Grab that. Grab this one. and grab this one. All right, so I know this is very difficult to see, but I got the long part of the cane on 3 of those main canes. And I'm just gonna wrestle it over here and wind it around. All right, and then tape it down. First half of row number 6 is complete. Took about 2.5 hours. It's about 5, I guess that's 5 hours per row. Well, maybe a little longer. As the day goes on, I get slower and slower. So I call that a day per row for that kind of row. I'm gonna try to do another half and a half. The second half of the row goes a little faster than the first half. Break time. Wow, look at all this blackberries. It's gonna be beautiful. Let's go faster. All right, break time is over. I take a quick break because we have an infant and my wife is on maternity leave. She's got the baby in there with her. And if I stay inside too long, she puts me to work. So I gotta come out here and pretend like I'm doing something to escape the work. I'm just kidding. I'm a lot of help actually. I think, I try to be at least. All right, so I'm gonna go back to this first row that I was working on yesterday. Now that the sun has moved out of the way a little bit. And you are gonna see it transform from something looking like a mess to something that's looking tame. As I get this second side down. It's so crazy to me because these blackberries grow so much and it's such a mess at the beginning of pruning season when I start December 1. You walk out here and you look at it and it is just absolutely overwhelming. I don't know if overwhelming is a strong enough word. It's like you're standing at the bottom of a mountain and you know you gotta climb it. And you're not sure how in the world you're gonna do it. How in the world are you ever gonna make it up that mountain? But you're gonna do it. You know you're gonna do it. You know you don't have a choice. So you just suck it up, make it happen. And then after a while, you start making some progress, start feeling a little better, start feeling good about your progress, good about yourself. Man, just working so hard, look at me. And then you find a lazy streak. I'm bad about that. I make a little progress, I'm like, oh boy, I got plenty of time. I got what is it, mid-February, March, April, May, June. I got 4 months before I'll see anybody out here on the farm, before I got any customers. I got 4 months to clean all this mess up. What's the big rush? And then, it being mid-February, sometimes it snows, sometimes it's 5 degrees. Sometimes a day like today, it's 60 degrees here in North Carolina. And that scares me. Because 60-degree day right now, I think it's gonna be like this all week. Everything's gonna start waking up a little bit. All these little nodes on these blackberries are gonna start swelling, getting bigger, more delicate. I won't wanna be doing this, winding them around, being rough on them, because it'd knock all those buds off. If I do that, I'm not sure how much fruit I'll have. And I can't afford to not have a lot of fruit. I don't know that well, to be clear, I do feel like I have found some success with taking over this family farm, my parents' farm, in the sense of I had a sales goal my first year when I was doing this, as well as my construction management job. I was doing double time, and I was really just kind of halfway doing the farming stuff. I was not doing it as well as I could or should. Well, I guess I was doing it as well as I could. Not as well as I would like to have. Anyways, hit that sales goal. Said if I hit that sales goal, I'm gonna quit my job. Well, I did it, and I did it, and that's a bit scary. And at some point, I guess I tell you that long story to tell you that at some point, I'm hoping that I feel like I'm out of the water, you know? I'm hoping to feel like, okay, we did it. This is sustainable. And maybe I'm just being cautious. Maybe I am there. I don't know. There's a lot of things that are in my control, you know, such as how hard I work, how well do I plan, how well do I advertise and market to my customers, how friendly am I, how well do I pick the correct varieties, all that kind of stuff. I can control all that. What I can't control is the weather. I can't control, you know, some years you're gonna lose a crop. You're gonna lose your blueberries, you're gonna lose your peaches, you're gonna lose your blackberries, apples. And I have not myself experienced that. My parents experienced that. And I guess I've experienced it a minor amount. One year I lost probably half the blueberries. And so I guess, give you a little background, what I grow is about 2 acres of blueberries, 2 acres of blackberries, acre of apples, acre of peaches, 1/4 acre of muscadines, a piddle with about a 1/4 acre of sunflowers, and acre or 2 of pumpkins. And that's some pretty good diversity, so it would be really unusual to lose everything. I don't think that's ever happened, so I don't think I'll ever have a net zero profit. Well, not from the weather at least. Maybe I'll buy something expensive, buy a new tractor and have zero profit, but anyways, I'm rambling. Hope you like it. So anyways, look. Doesn't that look much better? I do want to kind of come back and I'm going to go back and kind of trim up some of these things that are sticking out real far. They don't need to be that long. Because they'll just break. They'll just get loaded up with fruit. It'll break. Customers will pull on it. It'll break more. It causes even more damage. I think that's pretty good. So, it goes from being like 10 foot high. Like, look at that. It goes from being like that to being like that. Beautiful. I love it. All right, let's move you on down a little bit. And I'm just gonna keep on working. What do you want to talk about now? Like, I don't enjoy generally hours and hours of pruning and tying up blackberries. You know, not my favorite. I do like whining about it though. You know, like I don't know what I would do if when I got home from work and we're sitting down eating dinner, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have something to whine about. I don't know what my wife would do either if she didn't get to hear me whine constantly about everything. Isn't that funny? I'm kind of joking. So, who are you guys? Is anybody watching this? I think I probably have to do, oops. Excuse me. I'm making progress here, buddy. I'm excited. I cannot, genuinely cannot wait for Blackberry to be over. Pruning and tying to be over. I'm ready to get on to blueberries. But I must say, I think I was getting on this point earlier and then I stopped because I don't know what I've talked about and what I have. But once this is done, I get really excited for blackberry season to begin. Cause man, I don't know if you've ever had a blackberry right off of the cane. It is so good. At least mine are. Maybe yours are no good, but mine are good. And I can't wait to just eat them, you know? I cannot wait to just eat them. And the blackberry canes grow like crazy right here. You know? They're kind of hard to deal with. Whew. I'm gonna go take a break. And we're going fast. Fast as they ever go. And there's some blueberries. Old blueberries. I'm back. Let's come up here. Let's just knock the rest of this out. I don't got anything else to say today. I'm gonna put you up here. You can watch me finish her up. Oh, buddy. Last one. Oh, look at that. Last one broke. Well, we'll just cut it right there. Oh. Man. Well, I was hoping I was going to have the energy to do that other half of this row. I hate to tell you, I don't. I'm beat. So, I think I did about 5 hours of video today. I'll go in the house and try to cut it up and try my hand at video editing. Thanks for following along. I'll tell you what, before I do that, let me take you on down and show you what all we did today. So you can see the finished row. Look at that. Let's just walk down it. Ain't that pretty? Ain't that good looking? Man. See, That right there, those 5 rows. You see them coming down the hill? All 5 of those rows are done. Isn't that just beautiful? And pretty soon, these things are gonna be full of beautiful, big, deep green leaves and big old beautiful, sweet, 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 sweet blackberries. And I can't wait. Thank y'all for following along. See you next time.